Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm your host, and today we have a treat for you. Today we have a little video from us. We wrote this story especially for you, and we even made a little animation to go along with it. So get ready to hear all about a girl named Maya and her adventures in the hidden cavern. So, let's begin. Maya always loved exploring forgotten places. At 13, she had a curious mind and a map of the old part of the city taped to her bedroom wall. It was filled with nondescript alleys and long-forgotten buildings, each marked with a little star or a check mark when she'd explored it. While most kids her age played video games and daydreamed about faraway lands, Maya found adventure right outside her window, and she was certain the city still held secrets waiting to be uncovered. One drizzly Saturday morning, she pulled on her trusty red boots and headed out. The rain was relentless, drumming on the pavement and splashing in the gutters. But Maya was excited. She was on the hunt for a rumored bookstore that had vanished decades ago. Her nose turned up at the smell of old paper and pipe tobacco she imagined must have clung to its walls. Following a narrow, mossy path, she rounded a corner and came upon a sight she'd never noticed before. Behind the crooked eaves of the old library, tucked away from prying eyes, stood a tall, rusted iron door. Its handle was cold and stubborn, but after a few tries, it creaked open. Beyond the door was a steep stone staircase, spiraling down into darkness. At first, fear tugged at Maya, making her heart beat fast. But the allure of the unknown was stronger. Curiosity tugged at her like an invisible hand, urging her forward. Taking a deep breath, she stepped onto the first step. The air grew damp and cool, carrying the scent of moss and something sweet like honeysuckle. One step after another, she descended. The staircase was worn smooth by countless footsteps, guiding her lower and lower. Then, suddenly, it opened into a vast cavern. She blinked, thinking her eyes were playing tricks. But no, what she saw was real. Before her lay a breathtaking sight. The underground space glowed with a soft, ethereal light. At first, she couldn't tell where the light came from. Then she saw it. Thousands of tiny flowers. They carpeted the cavern floor, climbed up its moss-covered walls, and even hung from twisting vines overhead. Each blossom emanated a gentle light in shades of blue, purple, and silver. As she moved closer, Maya noticed the flowers shimmered as if they were breathing. Tentatively, she reached out and touched a glowing petal. To her surprise, she heard a faint whisper, "Welcome, seeker." Startled, she jerked back, looking around to see if anyone was there. But she was alone. Yet the whisper had seemed to come from the flowers themselves. Taking a deep breath, Maya pushed her fear aside and stepped forward. She brushed against a vine, adorned with sapphire blossoms, and the air around her tingled. As she moved deeper into the garden, she marveled at glowing streams that sparkled like liquid moonlight and crystal-clear pools reflecting the soft lights overhead. Each time she touched a flower, it whispered brief words: hope, remember, courage. As she pondered their meanings, Maya realized the garden wasn't just beautiful, it was alive. The flowers hummed with ancient energy, their whispers echoing voices from the past. Suddenly, she understood why she'd been drawn here. This wasn't just a hidden place, it was a living memory. Perhaps the memories of people who once discovered it, like her, seeking solace or adventure. At the heart of the cavern stood an ancient stone arch entwined with luminous vines. Beneath it lay a small stone bench covered in soft moss. Maya walked over and sat down. As she rested, she listened intently. She heard the murmur of a nearby stream, the whisper of the wind through the vines, and the soft susurrus of the flowers. All around her, the garden sang its ancient song. Suddenly, Maya felt a profound sense of peace settle over her. Closing her eyes, she leaned back on the moss-covered bench. In her mind, she saw flashes of the garden's history. She saw an old gardener kneeling among the flowers, his hands as gnarled as the nearby vines. She saw children with wind-blown hair chasing each other through the luminous arch. She saw people of all ages sitting silently on the bench, finding comfort in the garden's tranquil embrace. Each image whispered stories, sorrow, hope, and remembrance. When she opened her eyes, tears welled up. With a shaky voice, Maya whispered, "Will you keep my secrets too?" The flowers seemed to shimmer in reply. As if understanding her words, Maya felt a deep connection to the garden. She realized it wasn't just a magical place, it was a living, breathing entity. It had witnessed countless stories over the years, offering solace to those who sought it. And now she was part of that legacy. She spent hours exploring the caverns, marveling at its beauty, and listening to the gentle whispers of the flowers. Time slipped away unnoticed as she walked among the blossoms, feeling their cool touch on her skin and inhaling their sweet fragrance. As the light began to fade, she knew it was time to go. Finding the iron door in the dim light was harder than she expected. As she hurried up the stairs, the door creaked shut with a finality that made her heart skip a beat. Pushing it open, she stepped back into the familiar alley. The rain had stopped, and a faint rainbow arched across the sky. Yet everything seemed different now. The gray drizzle and dreary sky couldn't dampen her spirits. Days turned into weeks, but Maya kept thinking about the hidden garden. Its vibrant colors and peaceful atmosphere lingered in her thoughts. Whenever she felt a twinge of sadness or a knot of worry in her chest, she remembered the garden's gentle embrace. On a Saturday afternoon, she returned to the iron door. Each time she walked among the glowing flowers, she whispered her fears and listened to the gentle voices telling her to be brave. She confided her worries to the flowers, and they whispered words of encouragement, reminding her of her strength and resilience. With each visit, Maya found herself becoming braver and more hopeful. The garden's tranquility washed over her, soothing her troubled mind. She began bringing her sketchbook, filling pages with drawings of the garden, silver vines, sapphire flowers, and the quiet archway. Back in school, Maya seemed transformed. Her art reflected the garden's luminous beauty, and her demeanor exuded a newfound calmness. Her friends noticed the change in her, but couldn't quite put their finger on it. Some wondered if she'd found a new hobby, or maybe made a special friend. Little did they know, Maya was nurturing a secret, a hidden wonder that bloomed beneath the city streets. One rainy afternoon, Maya brought a single fallen blossom back to her room. Even outside the cavern, it glowed faintly on her windowsill at night, a tiny reminder of the garden below. As the days passed, the blossom faded, but Maya's connection to the garden remained. She began incorporating the garden's colors and themes into her everyday life. She wore a necklace of silver and blue beads and pinned forget-me-nots to her backpack. Years later, Maya grew into an artist known for painting luminous, dreamlike gardens. Her canvases overflowed with vibrant colors and mystical beauty, each stroke echoing the ethereal glow of her beloved cavern. Visitors often asked what inspired her work. She would only smile mysteriously and say, "I once found a secret place that taught me to listen." But those who knew Maya well sensed there was more to her art, more to the enigmatic smile that hinted at hidden depths. And so it was, Maya lived a life enriched by the magic she found beneath the city. For within the heart of every curious soul lies a longing for wonder, a yearning for the extraordinary hidden beneath the ordinary. Sometimes all it takes is a creaking iron door and a hidden staircase to lead us to the extraordinary. Because beneath the city's gray facade, magic blooms quietly, waiting for someone curious enough to find it. And who knows, maybe in your own city there's a secret garden waiting to whisper its timeless tales. All you have to do is listen. So thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you enjoyed the story and the animation. If you did, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join our community of story lovers. And hey, if you want to hear more stories like this, just click on one of these book covers right here and we'll magically transport you to another wonderful tale. Until next time, happy reading and make sure to follow for more adventures. Bye.